We are here at the Ndoto Kubwa Dream for Tanzania event at New Africa, talking about youth's involvement in the democratic processes. And we are with Mr. Green. Maybe you'd want to introduce yourself a bit before we begin with the questions.
Sure. Well, I was the U.S. ambassador here, 2007 and 2008, first part of 2009. These days I'm the president of IRI, the International Republican Institute, but more importantly, I'm just an admirer of Tanzania, and I'm a great believer in Tanzania's future, so I'm honored to be part of this.
From the history you've said that you've been, what drives you, or what do you think is the driving force that makes you want to be involved and be passionate about Tanzanians, democracy and Tanzanian youth in general?
Well, 80% of Tanzanians are under the age of 35. That's an extraordinary number. And it means that if young people get together, they can change the world, and they can certainly change Tanzania. So anything that helps young people take their rightful role as leaders of this country, I think is great, and I'm delighted to be part of it. When I was getting ready to come back to America from Tanzania, people would say to me, how do you find the country? What do you think? And I'd say, look, there's a young generation of Tanzanian leaders, bright, idealistic, energetic. As they rise, everything is fine. Tanzania rises with them. So again, I'm delighted to be part of this. I think this is just another step towards Tanzania's bright future.
The demographics say there's a lot of young people around, but then most young people would probably say, like, my vote doesn't count, the system is corrupt, so I'm not going to vote, or there's so many of us, someone will just vote on my behalf. What do you, what can you tell, or what do you have to say about this sort of mindset?
Well, two things. First off, we have a saying in America, if you don't show up on election day, don't complain afterwards. In other words, on election day, young people have the right, have the obligation to show their opinion, to express themselves, to make choices. And if they don't, it's really hard to complain later on. I mean, you can't complain if you haven't been involved. So I think that's, that's a big part of it. But secondly, again, those numbers. If 80% of Tanzanians are so young, if young people speak with one voice, they can change everything. Leaders have to listen to those kinds of numbers. You know, on election day, you get to hire or fire your political leaders. You're the boss. But the only way that works is if you get involved.
I like the hire or fire kind of thinking. So you've been here for a while, like you said before. What do you think you'd say that I got this model or this approach to youth that worked in Tanzania that you might be able to take from here and maybe apply somewhere else? Anything that you've seen that works here that could probably work somewhere else as well?
Well, I think what we're doing right now, having young people engaged in democracy, the development of good citizen journalism. There's nothing more important to democracy than an independent media that asks tough questions and good questions and is fair. That's the key to everything. So I think what we're seeing here with the launch of Uchaguzi, I think is tremendous. I suspect it's going to be very successful, and that will be something that we'll want to take elsewhere. Under Mwalimu Nyerere, this country really charted its own unique course, its own unique type of democracy. Well, I think this is just one more step in that extraordinary journey. So I think other countries have a lot to learn from Tanzania, but again, only if Tanzanian youth take up the role and get involved.
What if you right now have a chance to say something to Tanzanian youth? What would you say? Like, what is one thing that you can tell them that's in your heart that you feel like I need to tell these young people about this?
I would say that democracy is the birthright of every young Tanzanian. And I think young Tanzanians need to realize that there were forefathers, their fathers, their grandfathers did so much to earn this birthright, to work to develop this birthright. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. It is a great honor that every Tanzanian has, and use it.
What's your favorite Tanzanian dish so far?
Oh, I love ugali and sukuma wiki. So that's always my favorite. But I must say there's nothing quite like a good Tanzanian pizza. Seafood pizza, that's the best.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Green. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this is Mr. Green. He's just about to leave, and we can't have him for so long. But he's said a lot of things. Key points to take. One is you get to fire or hire a politician on the election day. So don't throw that away. And another thing was the right that we have now is something that other people have worked so hard to get to. So we shouldn't just discard it simply and say, it doesn't concern me. It's something that people have worked so hard to earn. And also ugali and sukuma wiki and seafood pizza. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.